You want to know something? I think it's time for us to remove all hesitation from our mind in order for us to move forward and progress in whatever we want to do. And look, I understand. We as human beings want to be in a place we are familiar with. And why not? Being in a place you're familiar with creates a safe mindset, creates a place of comfortability, a place you recognize, a place you can always fall back to. But what if for the first time, you decide to rip the band-aid off and remove the training wheels and just take a leap of faith and tell yourself, I am going to do this thing that I am not comfortable with. I am going to get out of my comfort zone and do something that I am not familiar with. I am going to put myself out there in a way that I've never put myself out there before. You never know what could happen if you did that. And look, I'll be the first to tell you that it would be a risk, a huge risk, because doing something you're uncomfortable with, doing something you're unfamiliar with is essentially new ground, and you're putting yourself in a position where you could fall on your face. And the results of that could be giving up and not wanting to try that same thing again, which should be a mindset we should not operate in. At first, you don't succeed, you get up, dust yourself off, and you try again. Personally, I believe going out on a limb only brings about a positive thing. Actually, let me correct that. Personally, I believe going out on a limb brings about positive progress. And I use the word progress intentionally. Notice I did not say positive results, because results could be 50-50. I said positive progress with the intentions of bringing about the idea or the fact that if you try something new or if you pick up something new, along the journey of experiencing that new thing, you pick up and you learn things that you didn't know before. You learn about yourself, you learn about your character, you learn about your perseverance, you learn about your discipline, and most importantly, you learn new information, which ultimately brings about a new level of personal development. You see, I believe playing it safe could only get you so far. And if you're okay with getting to a point where you're comfortable, that's fine. I personally believe there's nothing wrong with that. But there is a cap with being in your comfort zone. There is a cap with being in a place you're safe with. There is a cap with being in a place you're familiar with. You're chained and handcuffed to what you are comfortable with. So the things you might have aspirations to do, things you might not be comfortable with, you never get the courage to actually try and do them because you're living in a comfortable mindset. Again, there is nothing wrong with being comfortable and playing it safe, especially if there's a proof of concept. Meaning, if that safe place seems to work and actually produce results, again, not progress, but results, shoot. If you are getting results and you're playing it safe, shoot, more power to you. But I think there are people who are curious to discover or experience what it would feel like to actually do what they have in their minds but are too scared to. Like I said, it's a risk. Actually, this just came to me. I believe because we live in a society where everybody is so self-conscious, myself included. Like, let's be honest, we're all self-conscious to an extent. We kind of care about what other people think about us or what we're doing. So remaining in the frame of this risk you're gonna take to do something new. I understand how people feel when they have to step out of their comfort zone for the world to see. Even forget the world, for your family or your friends to see. Think about doing something that your friends didn't expect and your family didn't expect, and you think they might look at you a different way because it's like, this is not how they know you. They know you this way, but you're doing something else. It's almost this uncomfortable, awkward feeling where you have to then show them, or maybe they discover by themselves, and you have to then express yourself in a way you've never expressed yourself to your friends, especially if your friends make fun of you like mine do. So I can understand the hesitation, but also that shouldn't be a reason to stop you from going all in. Honestly, I believe the fear of the unknown is one of the determining factors that makes people stuck in where they are, whether it be financially, whether it be creative wise, whether it just be aspirations, whatever it might be. The fear of the unknown is the biggest enemy to progression. That's a bar. but it's true. I guess my advice to anybody who's watching this is stop overthinking things. Stop thinking about outside factors as a justification for you not to progress or go all in or literally push your chips to the table. Think about what you want. Think about your mindset. That thing that's so different in your mind that you want to accomplish, start doing it. Put pen to paper. Put your money where your mouth is. Even if you don't have to tell anybody what you're doing. As long as you start. If you are so scared about failure, how about you fail in private? Try it by yourself before you put it out. Whatever it might be. If you want to fail in public, shoot, do it. You don't know the people that you might run across in public that might give you better information for you to improve that thing you set out to do. At the end of the day, if you don't seek out the information, if you don't seek out the possibility of you improving, if you're not curious enough to know if you're capable of doing something, then you're just gonna be where you're at. And again, if you're fine with that, I'm happy for you. But if you have a curious mind, you have goals that you feel are unattainable, then this video, I hope, helps you to actually put things in perspective. You see, I understand the point of a goal is to try to attain that goal. But how's about looking at it this way? How's about you look at the point of a goal is to enjoy the journey of achieving that goal? Sometimes, and I just realized this recently, sometimes the journey is worth more than the destination. Because in that journey, like I said earlier in this video, you pick up things you didn't even know you had within you. And look at it this way. If this goal don't work, at least you've acquired these skills you can use to then attain another goal. So I always say a risk in terms of creativity or something like that. I'm not talking about any financial risk. I'm not no financial advisor, but I'm saying a risk in terms of trying to pursue what's in your mind. Yes, there's a 50% failure rate with that, but there's a 100% progress rate on that because you are going to learn regardless. So what you've learned, you can apply it in other aspects of your life. To me, that seems like a win-win, but what do I know? Some people might watch this and say you don't even have enough subscribers to even give out information like this. That's the world we live in. But hey, I'm not gonna let outside factors affect what I gotta say, because this is all new for me too. With all that being said, please don't forget to like this video, sub to the channel, comment. Let me know about the things you've been pondering in your mind and you've been a little bit hesitant to actually see if you can start. Let's have a conversation. See you guys in the next video. Peace.